My name is Lizzie Merritt, and I used to run a business that helped moms to feel better in their own skin and stop untagging themselves on Facebook and to just be comfortable with who they are and particularly with their bodies. I really wanted to create a course that could get the message out that, you don't have to listen to the mainstream media. You don't have to buy into that message that you're not okay as you are. Building a course and teaching a course was a great way to sort of help moms have that aha moment and, in a way, kick the mainstream media in the face and say, I don't need that because I'm okay with how I am and who I am right now. All I had was a blog and a couple of names on an email list. I had maybe 100-ish names on an email list, and I was still able to launch my course with a small group of people. And it was terrifying and also completely worth it and wonderful. And it was just a terrific ride. And I absolutely would encourage anybody to give it a shot, even if they feel like they've only got 3 students, because once you're able to do that first course, that first pilot, then you've got that confidence in yourself. I can do it again, and I can do it bigger and better, and I can reach more people and make a bigger difference in more people's lives. Even if that first one, it's completely messy, it still is absolutely worth it to run that first pilot and that first course, no matter how many students you've got. As I began to launch my course, I actually sold my course in a little bit of a different way. I had a chance to speak to a group of 12 people, and so it was a little bit like a live webinar, and I gave them a whole bunch of great content, and then towards the end I said, there's so much information to talk about, we can't cover in 45 minutes, so I'd love for you to join me on this course I'm teaching. And it was $97 per person. I had 3 people sign up that night, which at first I thought, yes, people will pay me money. And then I thought, oh my gosh, it's only 3 people. And in the days following that, I got 2 more people to sign up. So I had 5 paying students. And I asked a few friends to join as well for free to kind of build up the class. So we eventually had 9 people in the course. And so I made just shy of $500, $97 per 5 paying people. And the course went for 6 weeks. And I am happy to tell you that like 9 months later, one of my students emailed me out of the blue and said, I came across something in the supermarket today with one of the magazines, and she saw the headline and she just thought it was silly, and she was able to remember the stuff that we had talked about in our course that was able to have that not trigger her. And she said, I still think of you, and I still think of the stuff that you taught me, and it still makes a difference to me today. And it's that kind of thing that makes running a pilot, running a course, just sharing your gifts with the world absolutely worth it. Because if you can just help one person, it's worth it. The most surprising thing I found in building my pilot was how nervous I was before each class. But then as soon as our class began, it just started to roll. And, all the information I wanted to share with the ladies in my group was in my head. And so it really wasn't difficult once I started, but it was the 10 minutes before class began. I was like, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. And then once it began, I was like, I can do this. And so it's the surprising thing was the kind of the confidence roller coaster that I experienced going through every single lesson, but it was a good experience. So I would say that 3 benefits that I learned from building a course was, number 1, just the confidence that I could actually do it. That really was a huge hurdle in my mind and in my own mindset of who I saw myself as. Am I just Lizzie Merritt, or am I Lizzie Merritt who can offer a course and sell things online? And getting over that hurdle was, you can't put a price on that. That was an enormous gain from launching my course. I would also say, of course, bringing in some income. That was certainly terrific to actually earn money online. And a third thing that I learned from building my course is that there's always so much to learn. And launching it one time, I thought I had a good plan. I had good lessons put together. And by the end of my 6-week course, I looked back and thought, oh my goodness, there would be so many things that I would change. And I was so glad that I shaped it as a pilot, very flexible and easy to change, as opposed to like built it up on, a platform like Teachable or something, because I wanted to change so many different things. And there were so many things that I learned from interacting with my students that I didn't know in advance that they would want more help with this and less with that. So launching my course specifically in the pilot format was incredibly helpful so that I could tweak it and make it right if and when I wanted to build it up into a more static course. If I were to add anything, I would say that having the benefit of being not only a Mirasee student and launching my course as a student, but also being a Mirasee employee, that there's nobody in the industry quite like Mirasee. From the outside looking in, before I joined the team, I thought, Mirasee and Danny, Amy, they seem like people who have a lot of integrity and they're sincere. And from the very first day, I thought, oh, I was right. We really care. We really value you as a person, and we want you to succeed. And it's just quite a blessing to be able to share that with everyone and help people along. If I knew someone who is considering building a course to grow their business, I would say 150% go for it. I would say it's going to be scary and hard, and particularly the part where you say to someone, I think you should give me money for it. But it's so worth it and so important, and it's a gigantic step in building your business and going from seeing yourself as I'm just me to I'm me business owner. And it's quite a milestone.